I'm Julianna. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would talk about my Invisalign journey and how it has made my clarinet playing, in my opinion, better. I couldn't really find answers to the questions that I had about Invisalign and the clarinet before I started my treatment, so that's why I thought I would make this video. Here are the video chapters. You can jump around to the parts of this video that interest you. So chapter 1, why I wanted to get Invisalign. So over the years, I could tell that my teeth had shifted, especially my two front teeth, from clarinet playing. And I felt like they looked like buck teeth. And I started to see spaces between my top 4 teeth, especially between here and here. So aesthetically, it didn't really bother me so much, but playing wise, I could actually feel my teeth moving when I played clarinet, and I felt like it was affecting my sound and not in a good way. So I had a dentist tell me once that even if your teeth shift or move like 1 millimeter's worth of movement, it can affect the way your tone or your sound is projected. And he actually had worked with a lot of trumpet players. So I guess that's kind of a big thing that affects brass players is when your teeth shift. But anyway, I found that to be true for myself playing clarinet. Also, I could tell that my bite was off, especially when I ate more dense or chewy foods. I should mention that I've had TMJ as long as I can remember on my left side, but also on my right side. But around 2021, my jaw, especially on the left, really started to bother me where I couldn't chew food on that side and I couldn't really play for long periods of time. I just couldn't get my jaw to stop clamping down so hard around my mouthpiece. At that time, I was still in the military, and while the military has great dental resources, they do not cover orthodontic procedures or devices. So no braces, no Invisalign or aligners. So I saw a couple of dentists while I was in the military and was referred to a jaw specialist. And eventually they referred me to the orofacial pain clinic. I loved the doctor that I saw there. He was super helpful, but at that time I was about to retire from the military and my doctor told me to stop playing clarinet altogether, which I actually did do for about a year after I retired. So chapter 2, timeline. I wanted to talk about the timeline that led me to get Invisalign. I first was curious about getting Invisalign around 2019. Here you can see a picture of me with my teeth jutting out at that time. I went to a military dentist, and again, the military doesn't cover orthodontic procedures. So I looked at that time into getting Smile Direct Club, which you still have to work with a dentist, is what I found, when I was researching Smile Direct Club. But the dentist I saw on my base that I was stationed at, they said they couldn't help me with that because of how busy their workload was at the time. So it was at that time in 2019 that I knew I was going to retire from the military within the next couple of years, and I knew I wanted to get Invisalign. So I started to research and save money. From my research at the time and talking to other people, I knew that Invisalign could cost anywhere from $6,000 to $9,000 US, depending on how long or how difficult the individual treatment would be. Fast forward, I retired from the military in 2022 and I went to a civilian dentist to get evaluated to see if they could provide Invisalign for me. At that time, they told me that because I had a crossbite, an overbite, TMJ, and my top 2 teeth were jutting out, that my case was a little bit too complicated just for aesthetic reasons. So they referred me to an orthodontist. I also could tell over the years that my front 2 teeth have been pushed out from clarinet playing, as you can see in these pictures. So in April of 2023, that's when I started my Invisalign. It was interesting because I learned from the orthodontist I was seeing that everyone's teeth, no matter what, move over the years. And even if you've had braces, unless you're wearing a retainer at night, every day, your teeth will move. They also said that a lot of their Invisalign clients were between 70 and 80 years of age. So my treatment should take anywhere, originally they told me 12 months or a year, but at my last visit, they told me that it could maybe take 9 months, just depending on, how fast my teeth are responding to the treatment. I'm in the part of my treatment where they're fine tuning the alignment and my bite. So I'm in a stage where they're trying to finesse these top two teeth back in, like tuck them back in. And then this bottom canine teeth is sort of rotated out this way. They want to rotate it back, to be a little bit straighter towards my left. Chapter 3, can you play with Invisalign aligners? So can you play the clarinet? Can you play an instrument? The short answer is yes, but it does feel different. I've had so many students over the years that have played with metal braces, and I just feel so bad for my poor students because they always look like they're in pain, and especially when they get the braces tightened. But my experience with the aligners is that they do not hurt. They feel a little tight when you start a new tray, but it's hardly any pain. The other thing I wanted to mention here is that there is an aspect of clarinet playing where the vibration or the resonance that's created, with the mouthpiece and your jawbone kind of helps the resonance of your clarinet tone. And I would imagine it would be the same on saxophone as well, although I've never tried playing saxophone with the aligners in. The aligners, I find they kind of muffle my tone. Also, my treatment plan included something called bite ramps, which are these bumps on the backside of the aligner, which for me were right in the place where my mouthpiece would typically sit. I can still play with the bite ramps, but I feel like I don't get the same sort of grip or stabilization on the top of my mouthpiece where the mouthpiece patch is when I play with the aligners that have the bite ramps. The other thing is I have several attachments on the front of my teeth. I'll try and insert a picture here where maybe you can see them. But to be honest, those attachments really didn't affect my playing at all. I tried to film a few clips over the past few months of me playing with and without the aligners, and I'll try and insert those clips right here. So I'm going to do a little playing test right now. I have my aligners in. This is week 16. And I also have a piece of Ezo denture wax over my bottom aligners because that's how I normally play. And now I'm going to play without my aligners in, but I still have that piece of denture wax right here. I just wanted to see if you could tell a difference in my sound with the aligners in as opposed to with the aligners out. I just listened to the playback of those two excerpts, and I think I prefer my sound better without the aligners in. But for right now, I'm going to keep playing with the aligners in so I don't, derail my treatment. But it's nice to know that once I'm done with my treatment, I think I'll be pretty happy, with the way my teeth look and then also with the way I sound because the teeth are moving back to where they used to be, back when I thought I sounded better. So we'll see. I'll just keep doing these playing tests all through my treatment and, you get to see along with myself how things change. Chapter 4, Treatment, Maintenance, and How Invisalign Works. So here's my Invisalign box, and it comes with several sets of aligners that you replace each week. So as you can see here, I have my aligners here, and the next couple of weeks they're kind of set up like this. I covered all the patient information. But you can see sort of how this works. You've got the Invisalign aligners there. And what I do is I replace them every Wednesday. That's usually when I replace my aligners. And I always keep the set that I'm done with. One of my I guess the hygienist there at the orthodontist, they told me like, oh, well, you might want to keep them because if you accidentally throw away a tray, you might want to go back to the old tray that you have. So I'm saving all of my old aligners for right now. But each week, the new set of aligners gradually moves your teeth. And so I would say it's more of a gradual movement. So some of the maintenance things are you need to brush and floss your teeth every time you eat or drink anything other than water. So one thing I found helpful was I live in a 3-level house, so on every floor I have dental floss, a toothbrush, and toothpaste. That's really helped me out. And then I also got these retainer cases. Maybe I'll put a picture in here, but I got these retainer cases, and I keep one on every floor of my house too. That's really helped me, and then also in my purse. Chapter 5, Cost. I saved up around $6,000 over 4 years. Like I said, in 2019, I knew I wanted to get Invisalign, so I started saving back then, and it did take me a good while to save that much money. But I was lucky that when I got out of the military, my current dental insurance pays a percentage of my orthodontic treatment. I'm not sure what the percentage is, but I have the actual number written down here. I don't know how it works in other countries, but I know in the US, dental insurance will cover a certain amount of dental and orthodontic procedures. Sometimes it doesn't cover any orthodontic procedures. You just have to sort of shop around, and if you know you want to get Invisalign or you're thinking about getting Invisalign, it might be a good idea to look for dental plans that will cover some of the costs. So my insurance paid $703.74 of my Invisalign treatment, and I paid out of pocket $2,974. I should say that I got a veteran's discount, so it might be a little bit more. And I will also say I don't think my treatment was as complicated as maybe some other people's treatment might be, so maybe that's why it wasn't, totally $6,000. So in total, we factor in the discount, plus I paid in full, which saved me some money instead of paying month to month. I know that they'll charge you a little bit more if you're making payments every month. So if you can, it might be more of a cost benefit for you to save up a chunk of money so that you can just pay in full. But anyway, my total was $3,677.74. Again, my insurance paid $703.74, and then I paid out of pocket $2,974. So again, I paid up front, and with my orthodontist, that covers the trays for my entire treatment, the scans. So they take a scan of your teeth. I would say they take when you first get it, and then 6 months later they'll take another set of scans, and then I think I'm getting another set of scans in 12 weeks. And that also covers every orthodontist visit. So yeah, that's been my experience with Invisalign so far. Again, I have about 6 or 7 months, down with my treatment. So I'll probably make another video when I'm finished with all of my treatment. And if you found this helpful, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. But I want to make this video because I thought maybe it would be helpful for people to know that you can play the clarinet or an instrument with Invisalign. The other thing I want to mention is that you're supposed to keep your aligners in 22 hours a day. Although I don't do that all the time. Sometimes if I'm in the morning, I take my aligners on. I like to exercise and then eat my breakfast and warm up on my clarinet. So sometimes I'll spend 3 hours just, doing, going without my aligners, and it's been okay. Like, I like to play and warm up in the morning without the aligners in, just to feel how it would normally feel without aligners. But you do what's best for you. But again, I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you have a great week. Thanks. Bye.